YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another video. Today gonna be doing a little drop fade comb over, starting off with some shear work. Right now I got a few orders to drop off at the postal office. I'm about to do that right before getting to the shop, and then we can get started on this video. This guy here about to drop these off real quick, get our day started. Got a few more minutes. I'm probably just gonna grab a coffee real quick. Always need me some coffee. Y'all some coffee drinkers and you haven't tried Tim Hortons, you're missing out for real.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, can I please get a large double?
Anything else?
Alright, we finally made it to the shop. That shit's cracked. Just really gonna set up and get my day started. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another tutorial. This is how my client walked in. Let's jump straight into it. So whenever we're gonna cut a lot of length off the top, I like to do that first. That way we can just work our way down from that. I'm gonna saturate my client's hair with a lot of water. This will facilitate parting and shear cutting. Since he has a comb over style, I'm gonna separate the top from the side, try to make that as neat as possible. After cutting it down to the length he wants, I'm gonna use that as a guide and continue my way through. Whenever you grab a new section of hair, be sure to not grab hair that you already cut, because then it's just going to result into it being a bit choppy. After double checking my shear work, I always like to blow dry my client's hair. You never want to try to use clippers on wet hair. It's not gonna work as good. So I'm setting in my initial bald line. You want to try to make this as neat as possible since we will be referencing every guideline from this single line. So it's okay if you take your time with it, don't worry. Don't rush this step because it's important. So I am dropping it a little bit towards the back because, you know, we are doing a drop fade, and I try to keep this below the occipital bone. And right away I'm gonna bald this out, bring it down to a nice smooth finish. It's gonna create a better transition for our blend. The first guard I'm using is the 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna start this off with the lever all the way closed, and I'm gonna go up about 2 fingers high. All we're doing here is following that first line that we created. Try to keep this nice and even because it will help our blend be consistent all the way through. As soon as I'm done with that, I'll be opening the lever halfway, and I'll go up about 1/4 inch. As I'm doing this, I'm flicking out more. So right above this area, we're just going up 1/4 inch. Lastly, after this, I will be opening the lever all the way and just flicking out another 1/4 inch towards the top. So the higher I'm going, the more I'm flicking out and the less pressure I'm applying. We will be using the same 3-step technique throughout the entire haircut, so try to memorize these steps. This will be the biggest guard I'll be using. As you can see, the top portion of this is already blended. To get rid of that bulk, I'm going to be using clipper over comb technique. I'm laying the bottom half of the comb flat against the head and then bringing out the top a little bit angled. This will remove all the extra bulk that we don't need. I understand this technique could be a little bit challenging for some people, but it's very important to master this. This is going to save so much time and being able to skip guards like we are doing with this cut today. And usually when I do clipper over comb, I always have the lever closed. The next step we'll be taking for this blend is taking the guard off and going up about a finger's width with the guard all the way open. I just want to follow this line consistent as possible, make sure all the hair is being cut evenly. The last guard I'll be using is a 0.5 guard. I'm going to follow that same 3-step technique, starting with the lever all the way closed, going up about 1/4 inch. And then I'll open that lever halfway and go up another 1/4 inch. But remember, the higher I'm going, the more I'm flicking out. You'll start to see this blend connect. The last step we'll be doing is opening the lever all the way and using the corners to just really target those darker areas towards the top. But you still want to be consistent. You don't want this fade to be uneven, so try to follow the line consistently as possible. In your head, try to visualize where it is that you put the 1.5 guard. This way you won't go above that and create another line that you're going to have to fix later on. Here I'm just repeating those same steps. Closed, halfway, and open. Finally, the last step to complete this blend, I'll be using no guards and going in with the lever all the way closed. Same thing, closed, halfway open. I'm just using the corners and going up slightly, less than a 1/4 inch. I'm just flicking it out. Once you get to the lever halfway open, this should be pretty much blended already. The only thing we're going to be doing with the lever all the way open is just detailing the area above that. Any darker areas that you see, that's what we'll be taking out. But I mostly just use the corners to facilitate blending this line out. Real quick, if y'all know me, you know I rock with Gamma and Stylecraft. If you guys need any tools, be sure to use my discount code CHOOCH and save yourself some money. I also like to detail a lot with my trimmer just because it's a thinner blade and it allows me to get in those smaller areas. To finish off this cut, I'm just going to style my client's hair with some chooch clay. You guys can find it directly on my website, choochcuts.com. And this is the final look, guys. I really hope you were able to learn something out of this. And if it did, please leave me a like and subscribe for future content. If you end up trying this technique, please let me know how it went for you in the comments below. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to help. Or if you want to see something specific, give me a suggestion below and I'll try to work on that for you guys. Be sure to check out my other social media accounts. I'm pretty active on those. That's it for me, and peace out.